Kajing rakhe ya kaseng kutsnam mentak alplai trek na weng ajar alphuwe batru lai rakhe ya kajing dap shispa ap arsnam kalong kajing shngai ba kajing keman ya kajing le niam le rukom jokaniam khasi tenrai bat da kipo hajar ngot kipat khasi tenrai jong khasi jaintia ki bawan ban le keman le soba hagabane shat seng kutsnam hagabala pelong ha pla jong seng khasi college jaya shillong da kajing shat ba pher hagane ka seng kutsnam la dan ringkat ru Do Rakesh Sinha ubade MP ubalong kumukongsan kinong mikmat na constituency baper kinong yalam niam bat kipad ba
dan sobai kilo ibe ba in long ka salong la jong bat burom ye kiwe bat kenma kitien ba abayam kanyam kom kirti dustur em bijay dunle baza kanyam kom kirti dustur ni kaduno Apaham kani ajak gendero kando kandamu sendar.
Hapa kilawan segani dari long Khasi jami. Kumban suongno kilawan swa hagadur jugi merchants. Kibongan banyak kai hadin once military wan kisipai jongki banyele persya iki hima gabri unyu trap hakaba lami bon mut ikhlawat banyeng ramba banyele persya yang jingwan thambor jong pareng Jangan siang ke seluruh, buat kebaik ialah jom gari, mi kirap sing, usngap sing, bor manik buat kiwe deh. Hadirin kini, lawan ski missionaries, banwan menyelap yang hukum perhat niam nongway, hamli hari lum jungi. Haba yadai, buat kepang kebangan keren mentak seni, ke cultural terrorism, hakaba upulang, ke education, kilong. Kum kita ki weapons buat kita relek ki jongki ban penduk pendam yang kiriti kita setur buat keperkat niam jong Khasi kespas niam bakat kendai the 19th century kata kisniam kapraspa ter kalong kespas niam kebakar rilung Khasi kaya limba bun ba ki jingkela ni social changes Hadi kapaspa arpong, ki kapaspa laipong. Kalau kia kejingele kebujur, kalau don kejingking wat kieng stik, hakba ki hima Khasi beper. Kila yang rangba banyak pun persyak yang sorkat pareng. Haus nem kapaspa laipulai, syak yang mukirat sing. Haus nem kapaspa angger pulai, syak rem sukian nangba. Haus nem kapaspa angger punreu. Mi seksor Shnong harga bagi pareng kila kendria headquarter nasora Shnong dari house nem kat praspa kat lai kat belasdang banwan yukjat siki missionaries ke serampu mission ke beningkong naki hadir ter kat benangnya kisnem kinangwan tuut susu ikan huan baper banwan banyelap ila tak perkhat nyam nongway ke jongki hangi Kelawan ke social change ke berjurba Lami ke Shnong ke Themai Ke Sensar Khadar ke Themai Kelawan Raru Saya ke Perkhat Nongway ke Themai Hakabah kila persang menyelam bakla Bat penduk pendam Dia ke jingit penrai ke jongi Hakabah yadai bat Perkhat Nyam Nongway Suki pasuki Kadang ya kipor Kini kipor menebar Kila sedang lah Ban kering susu Iki pahat keberi hunyo trap Kila seng iki school Pat ki jaka mani belai Kila poiru Seru puat Banong bakan nyam temrai Kenyam Khasi ke jongi Kalong ke hop Bat kalong kenyam ke bengek bid Henry Kila donru Ki Khasi Kum babu Raban sing Khasuka Meliam susut ham Wat lada Kim bat syuk Ya kenyam temrai Kiburom ya ka Kiburom Hikijingkai jongka Bat haba kiyo i Kejing syaknyan Syakban bat syak kerendeng keseng Khasi Kila penfau Dan bat ting'e Ya kini kenhuan nyam Kiba makir kidon Kini kenhuan Kila yakun menyok sigi education grants Nang sorkar pareng Kenang ban penpriang Dengan kita berpiang ke western education harpo keberi menyutrap jungi henrai kini borok kelong tang kebut ban kelun penja ini hak bagi pendangkam dan kekot yang kejongki hagi skul kenang makin la susu ban kering yupat Khasi jungi hak kekot jungi ubipan Chandrapal ulatho. At the same time, the British government permitted and even encouraged the Christian missionaries to move in and establish schools, hospitals and churches and to proselytize, thus introducing change and modern ideas among the tribal youth. The missionaries in turn collaborated with colonial authorities and helped keep the nationalist movement and influence out of the tribal areas, besides encouraging their isolation from the rest of the population of Assam in India. Kebamut baladon gajinga trailang hapadeng sorka pareng buat ki missionaries ban khanglat ya kata kemensian idri kemensian ijat pendiri wajoni kila persang mentun suhit haga jabi wajoni bat ki ongru baga jongki kababha ke jongi pat kabapo bat kabasniu. The third law of motion, Jong Newton Gong. To every action, there's always an equal and opposite reaction. Kani kajing le don bor, kajing yan ben, Jong kini bor ki banabar. Kelapin ki win you part Khasi. But hangi, nila badong, Khasi nationalism has awakened. Then hakani kasni, alpunai terik. Unai wing house nem kat praspa, kendai pu kendai. Lami kat hendrimut kirang kenrau. Katu kani kinong aibor kumi babu jibon roy rang basit charan roy bat kiwe kila seng Khasi banyadai geriti gidustur kenyam bat kirukom jungi ukun Khasi kirang ba Jongnga roy ku secretary baningkong jong seng Khasi bat kirang ba Rash Mohan roy nongrum kum chairman baningkong kaparangya kapor Kikin hun yang menebar kila nang seng susu di skul hakaba kila penangkam kerpang deki kot niam di jongki ban kering ban penpriang bat ban penpur yang jingit bat keperkhap nongwei hapadeng pat Khasi ban yelek persya ikani keseng Khasi hapo kajingalam babu Rash Mohan Roy haus nam khat kinai spa arpuai kila sedang ni seng Khasi free morning school hakani school ban penikai dikena kila pendangkam deki kot beratuak di babu Jiban Roy ramba sit charan Roy parat Radhan Singh Berry bat kiwei de keseng Khasi school kabiyang hanya pot jiao la domta kala kenjo syakshis pa snem menta berhaka tu kapor swaban sedangnya ke kelas lu kila pensawa om de rebel Henry dan Jingriu jing pensawa jong kesing gadha Deiru lingba jing Tracy Tom jong irang ba Rash Mohan Roy bakan di school kala yo jika jingyarap nak keleng kentuk ru nak kiriu pau khamat kumulala Lajpat Rai Mahatma Gandhi bat kiwe Minswa hati kipor kila pemiru buan tili kot sepang de jingit nyam Khasi ibakan tuk ya kot sepang wayu blay kenyam jadi Khasi balatho dari babu Jiban Roy ke jinseng temen balatho di para Radhan Singh Berry keladon ru kawai ke kot balpeni de kawai empat ke kunun nyam buat ya kan yang kot kila penangkam menikai kot di school Minswa di low primary jadi ke kot ke babatai sepang ke perkhat nyam ni nongwei batai ke tenya ka ke kot tikir habayo iya kan ni ilang basit charan Roy di bolong uriu syam hang jong seng ila penipak dan kot kebahikai sepang jingit dan rai jongi Khasi balai ketengnya ka ke kot tokit tir ilang ba kenpam sing sawen bangkwai dwar blei ila penpau beki bun ma ki daw ila penlong ye kinong yelang jong seng Khasi ban penmi bun ma ki kot sepang nyam tenrai bat ila tho kumni urged by very deep concern for the future of their race, whose social structure was being eroded, whose moral fiber weakened, and whose bond of unity disintegrating by the inroad of foreigners, especially the Welsh Calvinistic mission, who mercilessly attacked, denigrated, and maligned their religion condemn their culture, belittle, and actually encourage its followers to discard and disown the Kurkha concept of kinship, which is the source and fountain of existence of the race.
Piwan long brio man brio, shasla pertei, lingba ka jingking sia. Halor ulum sokat beneng. Niem hasla pertei, pan kamai yakahok, haka jinglang, haka nongrem jinglong, tibrio, tiblay. Ringkat ka kengkur, kengha. Kini gilai mau bersih. Ki bela proidak buat prod lenti. Di bayalam haka imski imja. Ha baro kiliang dibangi yak tengko haka ingin jongi mangkasni. Pagi ni gipor berbentar. Nila day ban kersiyo biang ila jinglong tibrio tiblay bersisha. Bat ka ba manpura ka jingem jongi ka jingem ka ba selar bat ka ba syong nongrem ka jingmo jing perkat bakut bat basuba. Kalau ini semua jing perkat bat abangi ti binyak bat ngam jendiyo haladehi hisyam bat sulfu baka mayan blay ka em hangihi iwei pa iwei bat ka tesong yu priyo badu blay try kenrat Nongbo nong tau hajrong bat hatubian. Kani kaya lam sekalenti bat betin yang i habaro ki liang jong kajingim jongi hat imlang salang kajingya day para beriyo bat baro ki jingim jing tau utrai kunwa. Uramba jibon roy unong kersan barat ba menong persan mensim ya kaseng Khasi hakipor badang sedang. Yaka sedang ruban thos pangkadiam Khasi nadu sedang hak praspa mai punyau batenter balapun mi yaka kuat kebajian keteng sepang wayu blay haus nam hak naispa loto humni kanyam gadai bangin perkhat ngin syakri ngin parajing tau bat yaw long nung tau bat bangin duai red ru yo blay na do mensi kata gadai kan kam tenrai bat kan niam bersisya bat ka hok jongi kam long niam ru daga bat syuya lum yalang bun brio ban ong ngi kita bemane yu tau ka kanyam kalong ka jingpen kendit bat kersiw ya ka mensim na po syadem bat udonwat ban ken mau brio sepang blay bat kikam babha baksau yung kanyam kaladon kat buru brio na do badang khaya ki kadu kinang san mang rangba panarenyang ba gajing pukat kata kanang khau kalong seriem kun gajing syai bapi bakam ju syai sendon nrei mian pamian kasasai phap he kumbiyo i kasingin bintang kadang sedang lui kadai bandai le abat kamir nanta kasasai berngut badung o dumum je nrei nda kala kiu joj halor jrom hanta baro ki jingdum kilo ki umjer ki do si sendan kapertai baro siliang di kapek mat he Khasi ki ngai bakan yang gerkam tungu blai ke dem blai bat baro lapen khamti du blai trai kendrat nado badang lung ka smiu bna jingem tibrio tiblai bat ban kamai ka hok kawan lam di jingem ba palai mensim ko syong sok syong sain bat ka bakong sam dam hi ka ba syong blai trai kendrat udon lang bangi di kon brio udon lang bangi kon brio habaro ki por kaleng sodong kagakmen ka snobha ka smosi sodiao sitom sipa udon lang kagajingem ka balate halor maukrum katib brio katib lay ramba set kanan roy jay khar wongum ni kagakot balapan mi husnem hakra hakin bai spa hakin dai kanyam ki khasi namar bu blai long botablo shisha hajrong kakatbian udon hapo batalor kamet jongi ru nakata kadau ni ki khasi ni juduayu blai halapo mensem wat habayat bayendu bat nakane kadau ni tebba ublai udon hapo jongi bat widon hau kajingki siar ulum sopat beneng kalau dekut bat ngimyo isu Nrai, kaem haki mensem siap jongi iway pa iway.
I am invited here to speak. When I was listening the speeches and national anthem of Khasi and also the philosophical foundation of Saint Khasi, I came to the conclusion that if I have to define idea of India, we don't need to read many scriptures. Three cardinal principles of Saint Khasi. Just three cardinal principles. Mayri Swankari, my Khasi is not good. I am new to Khasi language. So apology with apology. And you have to bear with me. So when the Khasi, Saint Khasi and Khasi tribe speaks of the earth in a universal concept, we are the part of the Mother Earth. There cannot be contestation of this philosophy at this juncture when all the heads of the nations are deliberating to save the climate and the earth. This 122 years old Khasi organization, which is older than more than 20 European nations, is giving message to the world community that although our population is not more than 4 lakhs, it's between 3 to 4 lakhs, but our philosophical foundation is stronger than millions and billions of the people of the earth. We understand the meaning of nature. We understand the meaning of culture. So Saint Khasi is to save the nature and save the culture. That is the motto of the Saint Khasi. That is the first philosophy which is coming from your own philosophy. And that philosophy is also the cardinal principle of idea of India when we define the Mother India in that term. Second is Kami Ya Ka Ho. Perform your duty with honesty. Whenever you are performing your duty with honesty, you are honest to the nature. We are honest to the world. We are honest to your neighbors. You are honest to your motto and objective. This second principle is not confined to you. Being the local, you are universal. The message is not confined to Khasi tribe. Message is not confined to Sorwa or Kongthong. It is going to Europe. So universalism is the concept of Khasi. And third great principle, deep believe, deep believe. That is both the mother and father sides. The relationship you have to maintain. Socialization of life. Going beyond individualism. It is the individualism which is killing the world. You go to Europe and you will find the sleeping pills is sold like anything. Psychiatric disease. Yes, and Khasi. You are giving to the world the message that family is not concerned to 2 and 3 people. Family is not concerned to those who earn livelihood. Family is extended. Equal love and affection. That is your message. What is we require to define idea of India? What Saint Khasi says, India thinks. What India thinks, Saint Khasi says. You are synonym to Mother India. You are not the sons and daughters of Mother India. You are synonym to Mother India. That's why I believe that the people sitting here have to rethink and reintrospect also. Our 3 lakh population is not our barrier. It is the quality of life and quality of thought which transcend the barrier of geography and time. When 122 years ago, this organization was founded with a great optimism in the past. When I see all of you, I find big confidence among the Khasi tribe. And when optimism of the past and confidence of the present, it gives the powerful posterity. The coming generation, the posterity of Saint Khasi, would be a powerful generation which will cross the barriers. As it was said by our young friend, that barriers created by the colonial forces, barriers created by some internal forces, and that barrier is not the barrier of physical barrier. You know, the political slavery can be easily discerned, but the slavery which comes through idea and culture, it is very difficult to discern that. It comes very slowly. It erodes our own mind. It erodes our own philosophy. It erodes our own thought. It creates in our mind the guilt conscience. We became imitators of others. We follow what others say, what others pray, what others philosophize. We forget our own life. We forget our own ancestors. We forget our own history. Here this organization should be credited. Despite all the odds, despite all the contestation and attacks, we all of us continuing and would continue to our own ancestral philosophy, philosophy of Mother Earth, philosophy of social life, philosophy based on positive cultural journey which Saint Khasi propagates and believes. Dear brothers and sisters, we have to cross many hearts. I consider the young Khasi, whether girls and boys, they have potential. They are not meant only for becoming air hostesses or serving in restaurants. I find in you the potentiality and talents to become the part of India's Bollywood, to become the part of India's best academic institutions, to become the part of India's best scientific laboratory. So Saint Khasi organization has to generate confidence among the people, among the young boys and girls, to come, cross the many heart. And India's cultural, political and social life is our life. So local to universal. This symbiotic relationship would give you not only a process of evolution of thought, but also to the humanity. You have to contribute many things to the humanity. Remaining confined to a particular place with a particular mindset, that creates a ghetto. We are not the people to remain ghetto. When I say we, then I include myself. There is a reason. Earlier my postal address was Bihar. Then it changed to New Delhi. Now it changed to Kongthong. My new postal address is Kongthong. I am not only known, I would like to be known that I am a co-opted citizen of Kongthong, your own family. Henry Kaitirjong Kum Khasi Kasong Himai Jongnga Kadaika Kongthong Nande Yu Khasi. Now I am a culturally Khasi. You know, I began my public life as a RSS Swayamsevak, and I have been indoctrinated and still getting indoctrination. The every inch of India, every part of India is Mother India. I have been taught and indoctrinated. Wherever you go, you adopt that culture. Wherever you go, you speak that language. Wherever you go, you adopt the local people as your mother, father, brother and sister. So you can find Parveenji speaking good Khasi, knowing more than you the Khasi people or Meghalaya people. So this is the characteristic which gives us tenacity to reach to the people, the remotest corner of India, and I don't consider this the remotest corner by the philosophy, by your own culture, by your own objective, by your own temperament. You are the mainstream of India. India has to learn many things from you. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, when became the Prime Minister in 2014, his one of the objective was empowerment of women. Beti bachao, beti padhao. I spoke in Parliament and I also speak outside the Parliament. People all over the country has to learn from Meghalaya and other northeastern countries where women empowerment is not the political program, it is a socially established thing. So rest of the India has to learn from you how women become stronger. When women become stronger, culture becomes strong. When women become stronger, posterity becomes strong. In Manipur, I found Mahila Bazaar, women market, where the buyers and sellers are women. Asia's the biggest market. In Meghalaya, I find the confidence of women, their activities in public life, except politics. Men have debarred you from politics. Now you have to also capture politics. They are very intelligent. They are giving all the keys, but not one key, that is politics. So I think that in future, many more women will be the part of the Meghalaya's cabinet, assemblies, Dorwal. One more thing which I find, brothers and sisters, this is 75th year of India's independence. This is also a very important year. For the cause you are fighting. And my brother Andrew Jenna spoke very elaborately, in a very powerful manner, how the Khasi suffered, who are and who were victimizers of the Khasi. Joining with him, I'm telling you what is the contribution of Meghalaya. In national politics, there are many more people than other states. Not only occupied the important position, but they contributed. One of them is P.S. Sangma Sahab. His contribution in parliamentary democracy is unforgettable. He became a revered figure, not only for Meghalaya but all over the country, due to his role as a speaker in the Lok Sabha. During the freedom movement, over us, Mohan Roy, Babu Jeevan Rai, they played a great role in the cultural and political life of the nation. How can the nation forget? Some freedom fighters like Tira Singh, Om Kyong Nagbar, Pathona Sangma, they all played a great role. And on 75th year of India's independence, I expect the Meghalaya government and also the central government, I am in parliament to raise your voice that monographs should be published on each and every political and cultural thinker of the Meghalaya. Their statues should be placed so that the coming generation get inspiration from them. Rejoy Singh Kongthong, who had been a great social activist in Meghalaya. The same forces I suspect kidnapped, the forces which had been, and still to some extent, see you with contempt. Dear friends, I told you that this is the 75th year of India's independence, and also that this year, I remember the cause you are pursuing. Shahid Guru Tegh Bahadur Singh Ji's Prakash Parv. He sacrificed his life for the sake of India's culture, for the sake of India's spiritual democracy. We are the only people in the world who believes in a spiritual democracy. Other people believe in political democracy, social democracy, economic democracy, but not a spiritual democracy. Here there is a Upanishad sentence, a word, two words, neti, neti. This is not, that is not. This will contestation is the core of our philosophy. We don't believe in dogma. We believe in progressive unfoldment of our thoughts, progressive unfoldment of our cultural journey. That is the reason that thousands of sects, thousands of philosophies flourished. This is India is the land where we always expect in future there will be new philosophy, new sects, new religious figures. So this pluralism which India believes gives it the strength of cultural democracy and spiritual pluralism. Nowhere in the world this is being practiced. You know, when Parsis were persecuted, they came in India in 777, contemporary era, in Gujarat Pope. They sent the message to the king. Southern Pope, they arrived. They were in the ship. They sent the message that we want to get some space in your kingdom. King sent one glass of milk. Which the meaning of that one glass milk, that space is full. We are living as a community. We know each other. We don't know how the outsider would be. Every community is fearful from invasive community. As plants are destroyed by local plants are destroyed by invasive plants. So the leader of the Parsi community put some sugar in the milk and sent back that we are the people who would be mixed together. And the Parsi community in India, the smallest community, lesser than our population, Khasi population, now have been living for centuries without any trouble. Rather, we are conscious and concerned about decreasing population. This is the beauty of India's culture. This is the beauty of India's political and social and cultural philosophy which we practice. At this occasion, I am happy to inform you that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government allotted 80 crore rupees to Meghalaya for reconstruction, re-strengthening of the religious places in Meghalaya. This is the inclusive idea of Prime Minister Modi ji. Tribes have their own role in the society and the nation. People believe that, European people and thinkers believe that tribes are those people who are backward. Here I am contesting. There cannot be one definition of modernity. There can be European modernity, there can be Khasi's modernity. Our modernity is our defined modernity. We cannot go by your modernity. We cannot go by one macro tradition, macro narrative, one narrative from any of Paris, London, New York or New Delhi. There can be micro narratives. India is the land of micro narratives. Even among the Khasi, there can be five traditions. We welcome contestation, evolution. Contestation comes, then evolution takes place. Then next stage contestation, which is known as dialectics. So we are the people of dialectics. We are the people based on logic. So this occasion I am also informing that how they have degraded our tribes. During the colonial rule, when Britishers came in India, how we are named? Tribes were called enemists. The most contemptuous and degraded title was given to the India's tribes by these colonial rulers, Britishers in India, enemists, barbaric people, uncivilized people, uncultured people, unsocialized people. Later on they defined it after 1911 census tribe. For the first time in the history of India, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, on the occasion of Birsa Munda's birth anniversary, on 15th November, he declared Tribes Pride Day, Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. Tribes have a special role to play in culture, in society. The indigenous people, they represent this tribe. They represent this civilization. If you want to know the India's civilization, if you want to know India's culture, you go and meet the indigenous people. So we have to come back from this so-called modernity shown by the Europe. That modernity is based on individualism. We have to come to the Khasi that based on collectivism. That individualism is based on breaking the family. Here we have to come consolidating the family. That is modernity is based on material development. Here is a cultural development. People are reconnected through the culture. Reconnecting the people with culture. So we have to expand our universe. We have to welcome the people without losing our originality. Our originality is so strong, our conviction is so strong. No power of earth can unsettle this Khasi. We have seen so many troubles in the life, in the journey in 122 years. We are the people with beautiful sacrificial nature. I just spoke about the Shahid Guru Tegh Bahadur. Many people might not be knowing. Had he been compromised with the Dadel regime, he would have been king with a big empire. But he sacrificed for whom? Due to his sacrifice, I am at this stage. Otherwise, I would have been a changed person. We changed religion, changed the philosophy, changed the mindset. So those who founded Khasi, those who founded this organization, they had the vision of the future. And that we have to strengthen that future. This government is determined to consolidate the marginalized people. And at the end, I also appeal to Khasi students union. They are the brave people. They are the good people. They must come with the culture, indigenous philosophy, social and political vision. So without being the part of the ghetto, without remaining confined to a particular cell, we must excel. So coming out from cell to excel, coming out from local to become universal, bringing universal to the local and local to universal, that symbiotic relationship should be our objective. I adopted Kongthong a few years ago, and I found how the people were sufferers. No medical facility, no concern about their culture and language. And in that regard, when I started coming Kongthong, meeting people, my concern was not to give material gain. That can be done by any corporate house. Any corporate house can come and give 100 crore rupees. As a member of parliament, I don't have any money. My concern was to empower the people. Give them confidence that I am a citizen of Indian Republic. That confidence is required because, India is a republic since 1950s. But there has been a big gap between republic and the people. Elitism dominated the republic. In 2014, when Prime Minister Modi ji came to power, one great transformation took place which nobody can contest on this earth. He brought republic to the marginalized people. Nobody was knowing that. Who was Lakshmi Kutti of Kerala? Nobody was knowing that who was Radhe Devi of Manipur. Nobody was knowing that who was Tulsi Gaura of the Karnataka. I am taking the three names of three ladies who have been working in the society for the common good, for strengthening the society. For the first time, Padma Award reached to such a common people who were not known to their own state people. Radhe Devi, Lakshmi Kutti, Tulsi Gaura. And here, Kong Shao from Jayantia Hill and Andro B. Barak from Garo Hills both got the Padma Award this year. This shows that when we say the cultural nationalism, that cultural nationalism is not confined to the Hindi-speaking people or the English-speaking people. That comes to the Garo Hills, that comes to the Jayantia Hills, that comes to the Khasi Hills, that goes to the Lakshmi Kutti, that goes to the Radhe Devi, that goes to the Tulsi Gaura. So the democratization of republic took place in 2014, and I hope that in future there will be many more PS Sanmans from this Meghalaya. There will be many more Kongthong from Meghalaya. There will be many more who will be winner of the Padma Award. So with this hope and optimism, I believe that in future our journey for a stronger India and stronger Khasi would continue, because this is 75th year of independence and our fraternity with people for a great future. I give tribute to the founders of this organization with two sentences. हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन. The reasons, objective which caused them to found this organization in Khasi is also a challenge for us, opportunity for us. We have to read their mind about the founders. Something they said, something remained unsaid. We know what they said, we don't know what they unsaid. So we have to capture their unsaid things. And on the basis of unsaid things, we have to expand. We have to find out what are the weaknesses, what are the strengths. On the basis of that, we have to march. Dear friends, this is 75th year of India's independence. Before I stop my speech, I would request all of you to raise slogan, Bharat Mata Ki Jai. I will repeat it 3 times, raising your hands. Please give message to the world community at the 75th year of independence. We all Indians across Kashmir to Kongthong or Kanyakumari to Kongthong, we are one. We have diversities in language, diversities in culture, diversities in philosophy, diversities in perspective, but we are sons and daughters of the same Mother India. So kindly repeat it what I raise slogan. Bharat Mata Ki Jai! Bharat Mata Ki Jai! Bharat Mata Ki Jai! Jai Khasi, Jai Meghalaya. Thank you.